top 25, 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 top 25. Basketball Hustle TV.
All right, folks. Today's a great day because today we have the Basketball Hustle TV Top 25 Scouting Report. We are here at Martino's on Vine Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45219. You can come in, dine in, or carry out. Also, check out the website. That's martinosonvine.com. And, folks, we're going to get right into it. First, let me introduce our panel of coaches and special guests. To my left, Coach Berto Allen from the Gamble Gators. Chump, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Can't complain, won't complain. To my immediate right, Mr. Cory Albertson of Triple Double Prospects. How you doing, boss?
Doing great, man.
Good. To my far right, the legend, the man, the myth, from Walnut Hills High School, Coach Ricardo Hill.
What's up, everyone?
I'm glad that we have you back, and we're going to get through this. I know there's been a lot of debate. In the interest of journalistic fairness, I want you all to know that we initially did a top 25 showcase as far as our rankings are concerned, and after a lot of debate and deliberation, we have decided to do another show, and the results of that show with the final list is today. So you're going to get the most updated list that we have, and we're going to start it out right now.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 10.
Number 10 on our top 25 selection list is none other than Rob Brown out of Walnut Hills High School, who recently just picked up his first offer from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Coach Hill, I know that he's in your program being at Walnut. Care to talk to us about him?
Yeah, Rob is a guy that moved here from Toledo, and he's a guy that you could throw it to on the block and get a bucket. He's one of those old schools, back to the basket, but he also can step out and hit a mid-range and occasionally three. And Rob is another one of those guys that competes and wants to win. And he just has a bright future ahead of him.
Okay. Cory, I know you got the chance to see a lot of him. Care to chime in?
Sure. I've been seeing Rob since he was in the 9th grade, coming out of Toledo, seen him on the AAU circuit, and then seeing him, on some of the fall circuit showcase stuff. But the thing I want to talk about with Rob that impresses me is when he comes to my open gym, we do over at Walnut Hills every week, and he always makes sure he's going to get on the court, he's going to try and win, and he's going to get right back on the court if he loses. He's one of those tough kids, and he's there to play every day. And there's a lot to be said for that. He's not the most skilled kid, but he's big, he's strong, he's athletic, and if the other guys are afraid of you, you're going to have a chance to be a good player, and he's got that.
That's good stuff.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 9.
All right, number 9 on our top 25 selection show, out of Sycamore High School, Mr. Jaden Sales, who's received a lot of MAC school interest. I know you're big on Jaden. Care to chime in on him?
6'9". That's a kid that is going Division I. I think, honestly, before I get into him, I think if he had a high motor, he'd be a lot higher on this list and may have been a high major kid. Jalen is a kid that has some skill, has some touch, but he needs to really dominate this upcoming year. Play with a higher motor. I think there are a lot of questions about the kid that he needs to put to a dead because his motor has been questioned, his heart has been questioned. Want to see Jaden rebound more, attack the glass more, and put people in the basket.
Just overall aggression.
Overall aggression.
I could deal with that. I can understand that. Coach Hill, care to chime in on Jaden? I know you've had your dealings with him for a while.
Yeah, Jaden is over the years he's continued to develop his game. I think in the MAC they'll make him up at Akron. I know those guys up there. They'll make him a tougher ball player, a mentally tougher ball player. He's going to a coach that demands toughness. So I think that's going to bring it out of him. Jaden is a great student, and then on the floor, just with his body, that's just developed tremendously over the last couple of years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 8.
Number 8 on our top 25 selection show, out of Muller High School, the Fighting Crusaders, Mr. Riley Voss.
Oh,
Mr. Riley Voss. Cory, I know you know a lot about Riley. You talked highly of him in our pre-meetings. What do you think?
I think, Muller to me is probably number 1 or number 2 in the city heading into this season, and Riley's by far their most important player. And even though he wasn't the leading scorer last year, I think he might have been the most important player last year. And he's just an interior defender. He's a rebounder, even though he's only about 6'5", and he's not the greatest athlete, but he just knows how to play the game. Tremendous passing forward, really skilled shooter. He's a crafty player, and I think the key for him this year at Muller is going to be, is he willing to shoot the ball more? And that's what I know Coach Kramer really needs from him. Has a pair of Division I offers, really good students, got a lot of Division II offers, and it's going to be a guy who more and more coaches are going to like as they see him just because of how he understands how to play the game.
Excellent, excellent. Coach Hill, care to chime in on Riley at all?
Yeah, love Riley's game. Riley is a high IQ player. He competes. I think when you think about Riley Voss, you think about his desire and the way he competes out on the floor. And Cory said that he's not real athletic, but he will dunk on you. He is a guy that has that sneaky athleticism, but he's not great.
Okay.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 7.
Moving on to number 7 on our top 25 list is none other than Evan Coleman of Lakota East High School. Mr. Albertson, care to chime in on him?
Sure. Evan's a kid who played JV a lot as a sophomore at Lakota East, and everyone knew he had the upside, and he just kept working on his body. He grew a little. He's 6'7", and he had a heck of a junior season. They went to the regionals at Lakota East, and he's a pick and pop kid, can really shoot the ball. I think he rebounds it a little better than he gets credit for, and he's just kind of scratching the surface as how good he can be, and it's the reason why probably about a half dozen Division I schools have offered him, and he'll sign with one in the fall, I'm assuming.
Okay. Coach Hill.
Yeah, with Evan's 6'7". Like Cory said, he stretches the floor. He shoots it really good for 3. What I really like about him, he's when he catches it down on the block, he's a great passer. Now, he's not a really good post player right now, but over time that will develop. But what I really like about him is he'll take it outside. He can shoot it outside. But if he catches it down low, he's a great passer.
It makes a world of difference, makes you multifaceted.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 6.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Basketball Hustle TV Top 25 Scouting Report. We are here on Vine Street in Cincinnati, Ohio at Martino's. Please make sure to come in, check out the website, martinosonvine.com. Next up on our top 25 list at number 6 is Lonnie Grayson out of Wyoming High School. Coach Allen.
I'm a big Lonnie Grayson fan. I love the kid. He actually works out at Gamble with Coach Jamar. The kid's game is growing. He's a 3-year starter at Wyoming. Very, very great academically. He plays extremely hard. And you can tell that the kid works on his craft. Had I not seen him at Gamble Gym day after day, and I saw him play on the AAU circuit, his game has grown tremendously from this summer to last summer. He's a kid that's going to average probably 25 points a game. I'm just a big fan of him. Great kid, very humble, great hard worker.
Excellent, excellent. Cory?
Another thing on Lonnie Grayson is Wyoming's a great school, and he's one of the top students there. And you can't forget that. He's got Division II offers, and all the Division II schools as well as some small Division I schools are interested in him. I think offensively he gets all his credit, but what Lonnie does really well, in my opinion, he has great quick feet, and he really defends with a lot of effort, and he has the speed to turn defense into offense for easy buckets.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 5.
None other than Taft's own Malik Green. Coach Allen, care to talk about Malik?
Hard-nosed kid, high motor, developed a jump shot over the last year. I think he's a system kid. that where Taft really fits him. He's a kid that I believe any high school coach want on their ball club. I think he's going to have a really good year. Taft lost some guys. They lost Frankie Royals, the kid from Michigan. Therefore, there's going to be more on his shoulders, especially with him being a senior. I look forward to him averaging at least 20 and 10 this year. I'm a big fan of Malik's, and I'm a Taft guy. TA.
Okay.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 4.
Top 25 list is Mr. Cory Long from Hughes High School, recently committed to Stony Brook.
Cory Long. Cory is one of those guys that he just committed, like you said, to Stony Brook. But he's one of those guys that you need on your team. I've seen him play over the last several years, and when you need a bucket, he'll give you a bucket. If you need a defensive stop, he's going to give you a defensive stop. Cory does the things that's necessary to win the ball game, and that's what every coach wants.
Absolutely. Mr. Albertson, care to chime in on Cory?
Yeah, Cory is another kid who I've worked with a lot. I really like him. He's had to overcome a lot of adversity in his personal life, as well as missing last season with an injury, so he's super motivated this year. I think he'll be in there with Malik Green for City League Player of the Year. And he can play either guard spot. He's really good off the dribble. He can pass it. He can handle it. Getting better as a shooter. He's a good athlete. He's just a really special player, and 4-year high school starter, if I'm not mistaken.
Excellent.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 3.
CJ Fleming from LaSalle, recently committed to Bellarmine. Cory, how about you go ahead and talk about your guy?
Yeah, that's my guy, CJ Fleming, and he's just a winner. He's about 5'11". He's not a very good athlete, but he's going to get it done. He's the reigning GCL Player of the Year. He's probably going to be a first-team All-State. I think that with his numbers and the way LaSalle is going to win, I think he will be a candidate for Mr. Basketball, along with Darius Paisley potentially. But CJ, he can score, and he's just a tough kid who's going to find a way to win. Coach Dan Fleming's son. The last time one of Coach Fleming's sons was a senior, they won the state championship. And, this year, LaSalle's top 2 or 3 team in the city, and I think they're going to have a good year.
Excellent. Great point. Coach Hill, would you care to chime in on CJ at all?
Yeah, CJ is just one of those guys that if you want to win, you want him on your team. He's gonna be the guy that he's the coach on the floor. Probably one of the toughest guys I've seen over the last several years. That's just running the team, doing exactly what the coach wants him to do, and he's going to a great program in Bellarmine, always top 10 in the country in Division II. Just a hard-nosed kid that I've seen him play since he was in 6th grade, and he's just gotten better and better. And right now, he's probably, while we're doing this, he's probably in the gym right now shooting.
Absolutely.
Basketball Hustle TV, number 2.
Next up on our top 25 list is Ryan Batali of Oak Hills High School. Recently gave a verbal to Ashland University here in Ohio. Coach Hill, I know you get to see Ryan a lot. Care to chime in?
Yeah, love Ryan Batali's game. Ryan is a guy that can play any position. I think when he gets on the D2 level, he has a chance to be a really, really special player. And I mean like All-American type special player. I think he's a matchup problem because you can play him at the 4, and he's only 6'5", but he can shoot it, he can handle it. So he's going to be a nightmare for the bigger guys. Then they'll put a smaller guy on him, then he can post him up. I just think he's a nightmare matchup for opposing teams.
Okay, absolutely. Cory, would you care to chime in?
I think Ricardo nailed it, but the other thing I would say, he's just a great effort guy, and he's just gotten so much better every year. His body just looks so much better. He's gotten more tone, more athletic, and like Ricardo said, he can shoot it, he can put it on the floor, he can play point guard, he can play power forward, and I think he'll be a great college player. He's had the advantage of being a 4-year guy for Coach Mike Price, learned a lot of basketball, and just a tremendous high school player. will challenge Darius Paisley, might even have better high school numbers than Darius Paisley for GMC Player of the Year. He'll be right there.
Okay.
Basketball Hustle TV, #1.
And with our #1 ranking, that's the kid out of Princeton now, going to Ohio State University, recently committed, Mr. Darius Paisley. Feel free to chime in on Darius. I know, we think a lot of this kid, being ranked so high in the country, it's a no-brainer that he's top in the city. Feel free, Coach.
6'7", 6'8", lefty, can shoot it, has great footwork, can handle it, has the right on-court temperament, nasty kid. The thing with him is his consistency as far as playing day in, day out. Now he's in the GMC, going to see different coaching, so he won't be able to take nights off. Top-tier prospect, look forward to seeing him play.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cory?
I do statewide rankings, and I have Darius not only as the best player in Cincinnati, but the best junior in the state of Ohio and one of the best in the Midwest. And I've been doing this 7 years. He is the #1 prospect in terms of long-term potential that I've seen in Cincinnati, and that includes guys like Samaje Christian and Devin Williams.
Okay. Coach Hill?
I concur with the rest of the guys with Darius. I think Darius has the potential to be a pro in the future, and I think him going to Princeton will make him a little bit more mentally tougher, and Leon will push him where it's going to bring that dog out of him. It's going to make him an even better player.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, there you have it. #1 player in our city rankings is none other than Darius Paisley of Princeton. One of the things we like to do is we take a moment, because we all know that 25 kids isn't enough when it comes to the top 25, but we want to give some honorable mention. Although we only selected 25, there are plenty of kids that deserve some type of recognition. So at this time, we're going to give a few names. For me, I actually like Darwishi Hunter of Princeton High School. 6'3" combo guard. I think he's going to do some good things this year, especially with Coach Leon Ellison being there. I also like Deshaunte Hawkins of Clark Montessori, young kid, point guard who, runs the show there for Coach Darnell Parker. There's a kid out of Wilmington that I like to mention, Dylan Baum. I have a problem. Bogard. I always have a problem pronouncing his last name, but Dylan, floor general, tough as nails, plays hard-nosed defense. Those are some names that you should be looking out for this year. Coach Allen?
I'm going with Marcus Barton of Aiken.
Absolutely, great pick.
That kid's going to kill it this year. I know he has a huge chip on his shoulder from speaking with his dad. You have your doubters. We focused on the high school season. That kid going to blow up, and I would not be surprised if he has not one, but at least 2 40-point games this year, because once the kid gets hot, he shoots the ball like no other at this level. So look at the kid named Lonnie Berry, who didn't make the list. But in my opinion, Lonnie Berry is a top 5 basketball player. It's again getting your head right and doing what you're supposed to do in the classroom and off the floor. If he's focused, he's going to be a huge problem. Just those two come to mind. Maybe a kid in Stevie Stewart at Schroeder. Kid that can really play, been around for a minute. DeMarco Bradley, point guard at Taft High School that can play as a general, who I'm a great fan of. Been playing high-level basketball. He's a sophomore. Been playing high-level basketball since forever. He's the son of a coach as well, so he's been taught to play the game the correct way. We have a few other guys out here that could have made this list. And again, it's all of our opinions. So don't get upset at Roderick, man. It's opinion, man. Don't take this personal. Cory didn't even have Elijah Allen on the list. I didn't take it personal, but we have our own conversations. You know what I mean? It's all opinion. And if you didn't make the top 25 list, or you didn't hear your name, use this as an opportunity to fuel your gas tank. Use it as fuel to your fire. get your behind in the gym, do what's right, and then, you know, you can say Corey Albertson, Berto Allen, Coach Roderick, or Coach Hill. Look at me now at the end of the season. So I want to thank you for this opportunity, man.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to thank you for being on this panel. Shouts out to Coach T and his brother and all that good stuff for having me on this show, man, and give them love. Thanks, Drake. So I know I got long-winded, but I want to show my appreciation to Basketball Hustle. You know what I mean? They didn't have to give us this opportunity.
Excellent, excellent. Cory?
Yeah, and I think Coach Berto made a great point. You know, and it's I get them wrong all the time. And, you know, part of my living is doing a scouting service. And, you know, I'm not embarrassed to say I get them wrong. And just because I got them wrong doesn't mean I don't like you, you know, or I might have seen you on a bad day. And, you know, just use it as motivation. But I'm going to go through a couple. I had a bunch of guys that, this is really hard for me. I say a lot of guys. So some of the guys that didn't get mentioned, they hit some of them. Eddie Pleasis at Mason, great shooter. Colin Shaw at Indian Hill, averaged almost 20 points as sophomore last year. Jack Kravac at Madeira is a double-double machine. He'll be a junior. He's also a football player. Alec Freeman at Roger Bacon's one of the most talented sophomores. Can really score the ball. Who else? Alex Dolan at Summit is going to have a huge year, along with TJ Walker at Summit, two seniors. They're going to go really well with Sam Martin. Deshaun Daniels, great athlete, junior at Walnut Hills. Coach Ricardo mentioned Jeremiah Davenport at Muller. Corey Davis at Mason's, combo forward. Joey Edmonds at Wyoming. Some of the other LaSalle kids, Joe Hartman, Trey Krigler. Sean Hawkins at Schroeder. Aaron Herring. Elijah Willis, Devon Jordan, Albert Kalala at Withrow. Sean O'Connell's got a really good team this year. Those guys are going to turn some heads. Xavier Johnson also at Summit. He's a football player but can play some basketball. Miles McBride, they call him Deuce. He's going to break onto the scene alongside Sleepy Payton at the guard position at his favorite school, Muller. Craig McGee, also at Roger Bacon, can play. Luke Rudy at Oak Hills, really, really good shooter. AJ Smith at Hughes. Giovanni Santiago, who is a Puerto Rican import, is going to be a junior, really flashy point guard at Hughes. Greg Tribble at Winton Woods, sophomore, really talented combo guard, can shoot it, tough kid. And I think that's my whole list, so all those guys.
So, use it as fuel to your fire. You want to be on the top 25 list, guess what? All of us here at Basketball Hustle TV want you on the top 25 list. The better you get, that means the better basketball our city gets. So, thank you for tuning in. Do your part. Get in the gym. Make sure you're hitting the books. There is no excuses for you not getting a top quality education at any school that you're in. Any school. You do the work. God bless you all.
Basketball Hustle TV. Top 25, 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 top 25. Basketball Hustle TV, top 25. Hosted by Coach Rob P, we on it live. Cincinnati high school scene, it's our time. When I call your school out, please stand up and shine. Woodward, Schroeder, Hughes, Mason, Clark, Gamble, TA, Roger Bacon, Purcell, West High, Northwest, Withrow, Mount Healthy, Walnut Hills, clutch like a free throw. Oak Hills, Finneytown, Summit, Country Day, Deer Park and Aiken, I know they ready to play. Cold Rain, Sycamore, double CPA, NCH, Princeton, what else can I say? Top 25, top 25, top 25, top 25, top 25, top